Josh, obviously we're supposed to see you in November, and I guess a little bit of a weird situation for you. I guess talk to us about kind of what you went through.
Yeah, that was a weird situation, a scary situation for me. I just woke up about midnight, 12:30, and I was having bad heart palpitations, and then my heart rate was like elevated, and then I was kind of getting nervous, and I was getting a little nauseous, and I tried to fall asleep, and I laid there for another hour and a half, 2 hours, and I woke up my coach, and I'm like, "Hey man, something's wrong with me." And then we went down to the security guard down there at the hotel, and he called the people and got me in with Dr. Davidson, and he had me go to the emergency room, and they hooked me up to IV and all that stuff, and they didn't see anything wrong, but I just felt like I was I don't know, I thought I was having a heart attack, and especially with all these things with young athletes dying from heart stuff, it was like a really scary situation for me, and the whole thing was like really disappointing because I've had nearly 50 fights, maybe more than 50 fights now, and that's never happened. I've never pulled from a fight. I have never once pulled from a fight, not even the day of, just never. I've never done it. So that was hard for me, and it almost felt like a loss to me. But I always bounce back from losses, so so I had a good training camp since then and stuff. So.
I love it. Did you have to do anything medically after? I mean, was it just that night and everything was good, or did you like go consult and clear and make sure? I mean, was there any more that had to be done?
I had another situation the day I got back from Vegas, and I had another one 2 days after that, which was the worst one I had. And then I had an appointment. The UFC set up an appointment with a cardiologist, and he checked me out, had me do a stress test. He had me. They couldn't even get my heart rate high enough because it's meant for old people. They're like, we don't really normally get athletes in here. So he's like, but you're healthy. Your palpitations. I have a PV. I had to figure it's called PVC or P something C, where if something happens early, a valve does something early. And he said the only way to fix it at this point is to go into an artery and fry a nerve, which has its own risks involved as well. I mean, but he's like, you're fine. And since then, he gave me a medication. It was a non-beta blocker, and it was okay to have by Global, Dro, whatever. It was fine for me to take it. And I've only had to take it twice since I've had it. But I think just knowing that I'm okay stopped. I think it was anxiety spirals because, like, I'm going to get in a fight. My heart is doing something weird. People are dying from it, and now my anxiety is going crazy. So I really think I just had and I'm not an anxious person, so it was very foreign for me to have that. So I think that's just really what it was. And after somebody's like, hey, you're fine, you know what I mean, the anxiety settled down. When I have a dude that does this for a living is like, you're fine. I'm like, okay.
That's awesome. So you feel like you kind of moved past it, at least from a mental standpoint. Obviously, physically, you still got to deal with it, but the mental side of it?
Yeah. No, I feel about it. Actually, it did a little bit while I went for a walk today. But I'm like, I didn't, because I know it's fine. It just didn't go crazy.
Nice. All right, we'll talk about getting back in there. I mean, is this more excited than normal maybe to get back because of how you said it felt last time, like where it felt like a loss, or is this just the next fight?
Yeah, I'm excited, and I haven't really figured out why I'm so excited for this fight, because I'm normally not. I'll sit here and I'll tell you I'm excited, but I'm nervous, and I don't, and I get here and I don't like the process, and I don't like anything, and after the fight it's always fine, but I'm actually excited right now, and I think a big part of it has to do with, like, after that situation, it was, my girlfriend and talking about, like, my future and stuff like that. And, like, she wants me to be done. She's like, I don't want to do this anymore because, I don't know why it's so emotional for me right now. I guess I haven't talked about it really, but it was tough because it's really stressful for her, for a fighter. And she's a lawyer. She makes, like, literally 3 times as much as I do. She makes way more money than I do. She pays for everything. I pay for like my phone bill and some stuff here and there, but my truck, my gas, that's pretty much it. She pays for everything. So, and what I do takes more from our family than what she does. I take a lot of time from my daughter, from her, from all this stuff. And then it's stressful for her because she's kind of an anxious person anyway, and she's always worried about it. And then she, she's got to watch me from 3,000 miles away. Like, okay, after all this, we did all this, and I hope he's going to be okay, and she's got to be worried about that because I put myself in harm's way for that. And I guess I feel grateful. I feel grateful to be here because there was a moment there where it was done. We discussed it in my house, and it was done. Well, it was done. And then we revisited it, and then we decided that I don't want to be done. I want to keep doing this. I love it. Even though there's times where I don't like it, like usually before a fight, I truly do love it. And I think why I'm excited is I'm grateful. I'm grateful to be here, and I'm grateful to do something that I felt was almost taken away from me.
And I appreciate you sharing that. I mean, I guess that speaks to your passion of it, right? Knowing financially you don't have to do it, and you got family that would want you to walk away from it. I guess, were you able to express that passion to, like, you just don't understand, I love this so much that she understands that's why you're doing it?
Yeah, and I love it, but also, I don't know, it gives me self-worth. Maybe it shouldn't, but it makes me feel like like my daughter gives me self-worth too, but I don't know why I'm so emotional right now. I'm like trembling in my voice. I never just like the idea of not doing it anymore, and like, what do I do then? You know what I mean? And I'm sure I could take what I have, the passion I have, and the drive I have, and I could do anything, be successful, and I could provide for our family, and it'd be just fine. But I've been doing this for 12 years, and I've done this. I've spent more time than it takes for a doctor to become a doctor. You know what I mean? Like, I've put everything into this, and I've sacrificed, and I've came up, the ups and downs, and slept in my truck, and just like picked up chains on my floor to feed myself. And I've been through a long struggle to be here, and I don't know. I just don't want to take it from me.
Appreciate you sharing that, man. Jamal, as far as the matchup itself, I mean, have you scouted him much? We'll take it back to just the sport itself. Have you scouted him out much? What do you think about the matchup itself?
I feel really good about the match. I mean, he's a tough guy. He's a confident guy. You know what I mean? Confidence is a tool in itself, and I think that one thing I don't have to worry about as much is I don't think he's as hard of a hitter as some of the hitters I've fought. And that takes a lot of nerves away from it there. So I think he wins a lot of decisions. I think he's a tough guy. I think he's got good conditioning, and he does what he does well. But, my conditioning is, I don't know, every fighter says this all the time, like, I'm in the best shape I've ever been in. Like, I say that all the time, but I truly am in the best shape I've ever been in. And I think it's because I had a long fight camp, and then, I'm peaking, and then I didn't fight. And when I fight, when I have the adrenaline and stuff like that, like, I'm not the same for weeks. Like, I just, you know what I mean? So it's just like a little downtime and straight back up, right back into another fight camp. We took the week off, 10 days or whatever, and I got right back into it, and I haven't stopped. And I enjoyed cardio this time, and I was always on the bike, and I just wanted to hit my heart rate goals and all that stuff. I have my heart rate monitor, and then I've been taking creatine too, which is like, I found out can increase your performance by 15%. I've never taken any substance, or not substance, but supplements ever. So I've been doing all the supplements and everything. I just feel really good.
That's awesome, man. Last thing for me, I mean, obviously no fighter goes in there going, it's okay if I lose, right? But I mean, in some ways, like, just the fact that you're back and you're here feels like a victory. I mean, does the result of this fight even matter? Do you feel like you won just because you're here?
Yeah, I do my best not to, I should say, attach myself to an outcome. I'm trying to attach. I got goals that I want to accomplish in there, but my biggest goal is just to go in there and for the fight, just for him to say, ready, fight. You know what I mean? Like, I did it. It's something. I read a quote recently, or heard it on a video where somebody's with David Goggins, and they were saying that confidence isn't self-affirmation, screaming out self-affirmations in the mirror. It's a stack of undeniable proof that you are who you say you are. And in the last fight, I didn't feel courageous. I felt scared. And I've always thought I was a courageous person. And in that moment, I did not feel courageous. And I need to remind myself that I am that person, that I am courageous. That I am who I say I am.
Hey Josh, how's the fight anxiety this week? I know that you struggle with it. And you don't like this. You don't like this week, but how is it just mentally?
I have had zero nerves. One big thing I found out that I'm allowed to get an Airbnb. I don't have to stay at the hotel. Like, nobody told me that, which is really awesome because we got an Airbnb, so it feels like home. I'm not eating out every single meal, and we went grocery shopping, and we've been making our food, and it just feels like really relaxed. And there's just something about, like, I don't know if it's just like all the lights and the hotel, and it's just it's very overstimulating almost, and that kind of saps your energy a bit. So that's been really cool, and I feel so no nerves, and I think it's because that, and I truly am not attaching myself to an outcome. I maybe say that a lot of times, but like, oh, I really want to win. Like, I mean, I want to win. Everybody always wants to win. I want to lose, but like just getting in there and doing it, man. That I'm like, I did it. I am who I said I am.
Do you hope to get rebooked with Chase Sherman down the line?
Yeah, I would love that fight. But it always comes down to like if I win this fight and I do it in a good, dominant fashion, like hopefully I get somebody like a little, higher ranked, and just try to make my climb. And I'd really like to make more money and do that. So I'm chasing the money wherever the money's at. I'll fight the camera guy if it pays me more. I don't care.
Well, I feel sorry for the camera guy.
Yeah. I don't think it pays a lot.
And then finally for me, fighting at the Apex again, when do you hope to get in front of a crowd next time?
Yeah, man, this is my eighth fight at the Apex. That's crazy. And it's so funny because like when I was trying to get to the UFC, I'm like, I can't wait to get to the UFC so I could travel the world and see things and explore, and it'd be my vessel to travel the world. I have only seen Vegas. I don't even live here, and I probably know this place more than some of the people who live here. I know this place like the back of my hand. I hate it.
Being able to go to the store and get your own stuff and prepare your own food, do you feel nutrition-wise that you're feeling better, fight-wise, energy-wise, because you haven't had to go out and just get what you can from ordering out and takeout and stuff? Yeah,
I think that, and then like all the salt and stuff like that too kind of makes you feel bloated and not well. You know what I mean? Like that's like a big thing too. And I don't know, just being able to like, just feel like I'm at home.
Yeah, and we always hear in the past that fighters say that isolation of being in a hotel room often kind of messes with them on fight week. But do you feel like you kind of don't have that this fight week?
Yeah, no, I don't think I have that. It feels good. I got my own room, and that's cool too. Like, it's easier to sleep. Everything about it is great and just really relaxing. And I got it like a mile from here, which is cool. I can just dip over to the PI and do what I got to do here, and it's nice.
Best of luck.
Yeah, thank you.